Captain Elara Miles stood on the bridge of the exploration ship Aurora, staring at the vibrant planet below. It was unlike anything humans had seen before. Its surface glowed with colors that shifted and shimmered. Forests pulsed like living lights, and rivers twisted like ribbons of liquid silver. The sensors picked up signs of advanced life, but no civilization had ever been detected so far from Earth. "This is it," Elara said softly, almost to herself. "First contact." Her crew exchanged excited looks. Lieutenant Jamal Reyes, the ship's communications officer, tapped at his console. "Sensors confirm intelligent life, Captain. But they're different. The energy signature is massive. It's like the whole planet is alive." Elara nodded. "Prepare the landing team. We go down carefully. Remember, first contact is delicate. One wrong move, and we could start a war instead of a friendship." The landing craft descended through the planet's atmosphere. The sky glowed with shades of green and gold, and the air shimmered around them like heat waves. When the craft touched the soft, mossy ground, Elara felt a thrill mixed with unease. They were stepping into a world that no human had ever seen. Before them, a group of figures appeared. They were tall, graceful, and shimmered faintly, as if light moved beneath their skin. At their center was a being taller than the rest, radiating authority. She wore robes that seemed to flow and shift like liquid light. Elara instinctively recognized her as the leader, the alien queen. "Humans." The queen spoke, her voice calm but commanding. The words reached their minds directly, clear as if she had spoken in English. "You have crossed the stars to find us. Why have you come?" Elara swallowed, surprised but composed. "We come in peace. We are explorers, scientists, and learners. We wish to understand your world and share knowledge." The queen tilted her head slightly, observing them. The air seemed to pulse around her, as if responding to her thoughts. "Peace is a fragile gift. Your kind has reached far, yet rarely with understanding. Why should we trust you?" Elara stepped forward. "Because we believe in cooperation. We believe in learning from each other, and we are willing to show you that our intentions are genuine." The queen considered this, then motioned to the others. They stepped aside, forming a corridor that led toward a distant city of crystalline towers. "Follow me. Your courage is noted, human. But courage alone does not sustain trust. Walk with us, and we shall see if your hearts are worthy." As the humans walked, they saw that the planet was alive in ways they had never imagined. Plants moved with awareness, glowing softly as they passed. Streams of water lifted and danced over stones, forming patterns that seemed like writing. Birds, or something like birds, soared overhead, but their feathers shimmered with colors that shifted constantly. The crew was silent, awed by the beauty and strangeness of it all. Finally, they arrived at the heart of the city. The towers glowed like crystals in the sunlight, and bridges of light connected them. Beings of all sizes moved gracefully, performing tasks that seemed impossible. Machines floated without touch, guided by thought. It was clear this civilization had mastered both technology and harmony with nature in ways humans could barely imagine. The queen stopped in a grand plaza. "This is our home," she said. "Here, we nurture life, knowledge, and power. But your presence is unusual. Few outside the stars reach us. Few are deemed worthy of seeing our city." Elara bowed slightly. "We are honored to be here." The queen studied her. "Your kind has strength. You survive in harsh conditions, create tools, and solve problems. Yet your compassion is rare. That may be your greatest strength. You may teach us things we have forgotten." Jamal whispered to Elara. Did she just compliment humanity? Elara smiled quietly. "Yes, but cautiously. Keep your focus. Observation is more important than reaction right now. The queen's gaze softened slightly. You are not like the others I have encountered. Humans. Others seek conquest or resources. You seek understanding. That is rare. A younger alien approached, carrying what looked like a glowing orb. The queen took it and held it out to Elara. This is a gift, she said. It represents the life force of our world. Touch it, and you will see a fraction of our knowledge. Elara hesitated, then reached out. The moment her fingers brushed the orb, visions filled her mind. Trees that sang in harmonies, cities that thought as one, creatures that communicated through energy. It was overwhelming, yet exhilarating. She felt the connection not just with the planet, but with the consciousness of its people. She withdrew her hand, breathless. It's incredible. Thank you. The queen nodded. Few outsiders experience this. Few can bear it. You may yet prove that humans have a place among the stars, not as conquerors, but as partners. The humans were guided to a chamber filled with artifacts and records of the alien civilization. Every item told a story of creativity, intelligence, and harmony. Elara realized that the aliens had survived challenges far beyond humanity's experience. Yet they had done so without conflict, at least among themselves. The queen watched her closely. I have seen many civilizations rise and fall. Yours is young, fragile, and unpredictable. But there is a spark in your kind that cannot be denied. Perhaps you will help us preserve our future as we may one day help preserve yours. Elara felt the weight of her responsibility. The queen's gaze turned serious. There is a prophecy among my people. A bridge between worlds will appear. It will be unlike anything we know, and it will come from a bond that transcends species. Ilara's heart raced. A bridge between worlds? What does that mean? Minus. A bridge between worlds. The queen smiled faintly. Time will reveal its meaning. For now, know this. Your presence here is no accident, human. You have been chosen to play a part in a future that is larger than either of our species can imagine. As the humans prepared to rest for the night in the alien city, they could not stop thinking about the queen's words. The planet was beautiful, its people wise and powerful, but there was a sense of destiny in the air. Something was about to happen, something that would change the course of both humanity and this alien civilization forever. Elara stared out at the glowing city towers and whispered to herself, We came for knowledge, but perhaps we found so much more. The next morning, Elara awoke to a gentle light that shimmered through the walls of her chamber. It was not sunlight, as she knew it, but a soft glow that filled the room with warmth. The air smelled faintly of flowers and minerals, a scent unlike anything on Earth. She stretched and prepared for another day among the alien civilization, wondering how humans could ever truly understand a world so unlike their own. Jamal knocked lightly on the door. Captain, the Queen requested your presence in the Central Council. Something about sharing knowledge. Elara nodded and followed him through winding paths of the alien city. As they walked, she noticed the aliens moving with quiet purpose. Some tended to gardens that floated above the ground. Others manipulated streams of glowing water to create intricate patterns. Every action seemed graceful, intelligent, and deliberate. Humans moved clumsily among them, but the aliens did not seem to mind. They observed rather than judged. In the council chamber, the alien queen waited, seated on a throne that seemed carved from crystal and light. Around her sat the council of elders, beings of immense wisdom and age, their bodies faintly luminescent. When Elara entered, the queen's eyes, large and deep, reflecting all the colors of the city, met hers. Human, the queen said, her voice calm yet commanding. You have learned quickly. You observe and adapt, yet you carry something that others lack. Curiosity is your strength, But it is your empathy that makes you unique. Ilara bowed. Thank you, Your Majesty. I want to understand your people, and in doing so, share what humans can offer as well. The Queen leaned forward. Your kind has surprised us. Many species we have observed conquer and destroy, yet you have come with openness. That is rare. That is why I wish to speak of something very important. Something that concerns the future of my people, and, perhaps, yours. The Queen paused, letting her words sink in. Our species faces a challenge. Our population has declined over centuries. The continuation of our line depends on a single heir. Without this heir, our civilization may weaken and eventually disappear. I have the ability to create an heir through a special bond, but this bond requires connection with another species. A species unlike ours, yet capable of courage, resilience, and heart. Ilara felt a sudden tightness in her chest. You mean, you want me to help produce an heir? She asked, her voice cautious. The Queen inclined her head. Yes, through your bond, a child may be born who carries both our traits. It will be a bridge between worlds, a new beginning for our people, and a symbol of unity between our species. The choice is yours. Jamal glanced at Ilara, worry in his eyes. Captain, are we ready for this? I mean, it's a huge responsibility. Ilara took a deep breath. She thought about humanity, its strengths, its mistakes, its potential. If humans could demonstrate their best qualities, creativity, courage, and empathy, perhaps they could earn the trust of an entire civilization. And maybe, just maybe, they could change the course of history in a universe filled with unknown dangers. We must learn more, Ilara said finally. If this bond is what you say it is, we will proceed carefully. But I want to understand everything first. No decisions are made in haste. The Queen's expression softened. Wisely spoken. Knowledge is the first step to trust. Tomorrow, you will undergo the rite of connection. It is not dangerous, but it will test your mind, heart, and spirit. Through it, you will see a fraction of our world, and we will see if your soul is compatible with mine. That evening, Ilara walked through the city with Jamal and the rest of her team. The alien people observed them curiously, but never intrusively. Humans shared their own stories, speaking of Earth's oceans, mountains, and cities. The aliens listened, fascinated by the diversity and resilience of humans. A young alien approached, a messenger named Leora. Your people have much to teach, she said. They think differently, but that difference is valuable. The Queen is pleased with your presence. Ilara smiled. We are learning too. Your world is beyond what we imagined. Leora's eyes shimmered. And soon, you may be part of it in ways no human has ever been. The bond is ancient, but it waits for those worthy of it. The night passed slowly, filled with anticipation. Ilara thought about the Queen's words. The responsibility was immense. It was more than survival. It was about bridging worlds. Humans had always dreamed of reaching the stars. But this was living among the stars, and leaving a mark that could last forever. The next morning, the humans were escorted to a grand ceremonial hall. It was circular, with walls of crystal that refracted light into thousands of colors. Streams of glowing energy floated around the room, reacting to their presence. At the center stood the alien queen, regal and calm. Welcome, she said. The rite of connection begins. You will see our world not as visitors, but as participants. You will walk through visions, trials, and lessons. These are not tests of strength, but of heart. Ilara stepped forward. We are ready. The Queen extended her hand, and a soft glow enveloped Ilara. She felt a warmth spread through her body, as if the air itself recognized her presence. Suddenly, visions filled her mind. Forests that sang, cities that thought as one, rivers of energy that carried memories. She saw the aliens' history, moments of triumph, moments of failure, moments of unity. Every image carried emotion, wisdom, and beauty. Tears welled in Alara's eyes. "It's incredible. I can feel your world, your people, everything." The Queen's voice echoed in her mind. "And I can feel yours, human." Through this bond, understanding grows. Your courage, empathy, and curiosity are your gifts. They are the bridge between us. But the journey has only begun. The visions faded, leaving Ilara breathless. She looked at the Queen, awe in her eyes. "I understand why you said a bond could create an heir. This is beyond anything humans have known." The Queen nodded. "Yes, but it is not yet certain. We must walk this path together. Learn from one another. Only then will the choice become clear." As Ilara stepped back, she realized the enormity of what lay ahead. Humans had crossed the stars and discovered life. But now, they had a chance to shape it, to influence it, and perhaps to protect it. This was more than exploration. It was responsibility, partnership, and a test of humanity's highest qualities. Walking back to her quarters, Ilara felt a sense of purpose she had never known. Humans were capable of great things, and perhaps this alien world would see the best of them. She was determined not to fail, not just for herself or for humanity, but for the future that waited among the stars. The day of the rite of connection arrived. Ilara stood at the entrance of a vast arena carved from crystal and light. The walls glimmered in soft hues of blue and green, shifting as if alive. She could feel the pulse of the city through her boots, subtle, steady, like a heartbeat connecting every being on the planet. The alien queen appeared, her presence calm yet commanding. "Today, you will begin the trials," she said. "These are not contests of strength alone. They test your mind, your spirit, and your heart. You must show wisdom, courage, and empathy." Ilara nodded, her heart steady despite the weight of the moment. She knew humans had faced challenges before, though never like this. This trial was different. It was not about survival alone, it was about understanding, adapting, and proving that humans could inspire trust and unity. The first trial began with the labyrinth of reflection. The arena's floor shifted beneath her feet, creating twisting paths that seemed endless. Glowing walls reflected not only her appearance, but also visions of her past, moments of fear, triumph, and choice. Ilara realized that each reflection challenged her understanding of herself. She paused in front of an image showing her childhood, where she had once failed to save a friend from an accident. The memory was painful, but the trial demanded she confront it. Ilara closed her eyes and whispered, "I learned from that moment. I carry its lesson with me. I learned. I learned." The walls shimmered, the paths rearranged, and a glowing doorway appeared. She stepped through, understanding that the trial was not punishment, but growth. Humans had a unique ability to learn from mistakes, a trait the aliens seemed to value deeply. Next came the challenge of courage. Ilara found herself on a floating platform above a canyon filled with luminous energy. Across the gap lay another platform, but between them floated creatures resembling massive jellyfish with luminous tendrils. They were not hostile, but their size and movement made the crossing dangerous. Ilara took a deep breath. "I can do this," she said to herself. Humans often faced fear, but they adapted, thought quickly, and acted decisively. She leapt from the platform, landing carefully on a floating rock. The creatures swirled around her, curious but harmless. She moved with focus, using her instincts and judgment to navigate the path. At the far side, the Queen's voice echoed. Courage is not absence of fear, human, but mastery of it. You have passed this stage. The third trial, the test of empathy, was more subtle, but no less challenging. Elara entered a chamber filled with images of suffering and joy. She saw visions of alien families struggling to survive disasters, conflicts among alien groups, and moments of kindness that healed wounds both physical and emotional. The Queen's voice guided her. You must respond not only with thought, but with heart. Show understanding. Show compassion. Show the qualities that make humans more than mere survivors. Elara focused. She imagined how she would comfort those in need, how she would act to heal, to mediate, to protect. She offered words of encouragement, gestures of kindness, even in the visions. She felt a warmth spread through her chest, as if the chamber itself acknowledged her understanding. The visions faded, replaced by a single figure, the Queen herself, standing silently. Elara realized this was the ultimate part of the trial, understanding the Queen, her burdens, and the responsibility of leadership. She stepped forward and said, "Your people have built something extraordinary. You guide them with wisdom. But you also carry great responsibility. I see your strength, your care, and your hope. I will do everything I can to honor it." The Queen's eyes softened. You have passed, Elara. You have shown courage, empathy, and wisdom. But there is one final step, a trial of unity. The arena transformed. Platforms floated above a glowing river of energy. On each platform stood aliens who extended their hands to her. Their eyes reflected trust and curiosity. Elara understood. This trial required her to connect with them, to inspire collaboration, to unify their efforts. She moved from platform to platform, guiding the aliens as they balanced and reached each other. The energy river pulsed with intensity, challenging their coordination. Humans often struggled with alien customs, but Elara adapted, demonstrating patience, clarity, and leadership. Her actions encouraged the aliens to trust her, and together they reached the final platform. The Queen appeared, radiant and composed. You have succeeded, human. You are capable of connecting with our people, not as a visitor, but as a participant in our world. Your spirit carries the qualities that may bring life to the prophecy. Elara felt a surge of pride and humility. She had faced challenges that tested every part of her being, yet she had grown stronger. She realized that humans, though young among the stars, carried qualities that could inspire awe in even the most advanced civilizations. After the trials, the Queen led Elara to a quiet chamber. The rite of connection is complete, she said, softly. But this is only the beginning. You have proven your heart, human. Now, you must learn to walk alongside us, to understand the bond that may create life itself. Elara nodded. I am ready to learn. I want to understand everything, so I can do what is right. The Queen extended her hand. A soft glow enveloped Elara once more, connecting their minds gently. She felt the aliens' thoughts and memories, her hopes and fears. It was not invasive, but a sharing of understanding. Elara felt respect, wisdom, and a deep sense of duty emanating from the Queen. You see, human, the Queen said, life is not only about survival or knowledge, it is about connection, responsibility, and unity. Your species has survived and thrived because of your curiosity and heart. These qualities are what make you rare among the stars. Elara looked into the Queen's eyes. I understand. Humans can be fragile, but we can also inspire trust and hope. I want to honor that potential, not just for us, but for your people as well. The Queen smiled faintly. Then the path is open. Soon, you will face the choice that will shape not only our future, but the future of humanity as well. The Heir, the bridge between our worlds, will be born from understanding, courage, and unity. Ilara felt the enormity of the moment. The trials had tested her body, mind, and spirit. They had shown her what humans were capable of, when guided by purpose and empathy. And now, the bond with the Queen was no longer just a connection of curiosity, it was a partnership that could change the course of history. As the sun or its alien equivalent set over the glowing city, Ilara stood at a balcony overlooking the luminous towers. She reflected on the trials, the lessons, and the trust she had earned. Humanity had reached the stars. But this was something far greater than exploration. It was about shaping a future where humans and aliens could stand together. And, somewhere, in the quiet, glowing light of the city, the prophecy whispered that the bridge between worlds was closer than ever, and that a new chapter of history was about to begin. The day had arrived. The city sparkled brighter than ever, as if celebrating a moment that was both ancient and new. Citizens of the alien world gathered in the Grand Plaza, their luminous forms shimmering with excitement and curiosity. Humans, still adjusting to the dazzling environment, watched in awe. They had never seen so many beings united in anticipation, their energy flowing like rivers of light. Ilara stood beside the Queen, her heart beating fast. The trials had ended, and the rite of connection had proven her worth. She understood the responsibility awaiting her now, yet the reality of it still felt overwhelming. This moment was bigger than any mission, bigger than any first contact. The Queen's voice rang out, clear and melodic, carrying across the plaza. "Citizens of our world, and honored guests from afar," she began, her presence commanding silence. "Today marks a turning point in the history of our civilization. The bonds we share with those we once considered strangers have grown stronger. We have learned that life, in all its forms, carries potential beyond imagination." The plaza shimmered as light swirled around the Queen. She extended her hand toward Ilara. "This human has walked the trials of our world, faced our challenges, and shown courage, wisdom, and empathy. In doing so, she has proven that her spirit is worthy of a role that has never before been shared with another species." A hush fell over the crowd. Humans exchanged nervous glances. Ilara felt a mixture of fear and pride, knowing the Queen's words carried weight beyond anything she had experienced. The Queen raised her voice. "Through the bond we share, life has been created a new being, an heir, born of unity between our species. This child will carry the strength of humans and the wisdom of our people. Together, we will witness a new era, where worlds are connected not by conquest, but by understanding." Ilara's eyes widened. She could feel the life forming within the bond, a presence both alien and familiar. The sensation was strange, gentle, and profound. She felt the pulse of the child, a heartbeat resonating with energy, intelligence, and promise. Jamal whispered, awe in his voice, "Captain, it's real. You did this. We did this." Ilara nodded, tears threatening to fall. "It's amazing," she said softly. "We've never seen anything like this before." The Queen turned to her people, her glowing form radiating authority and warmth. "This child is not only an heir but a symbol that trust, courage, and compassion can create bridges between worlds. We are no longer separate. Humanity and our people will walk together, learning from one another, protecting each other, and building a future that is stronger because we are united." The plaza erupted with light and sound, a celebration of life, hope, and unity. Aliens lifted their hands, sending streams of energy into the sky that formed patterns of stars and colors. Humans joined cautiously, feeling the rhythm of the energy. Their presence accepted and celebrated. Ilara stepped forward, her gaze meeting the Queen's. I am honored, and I promise to do everything I can to protect this child, and to honor the trust you have shown in me." The queen smiled, a rare expression of warmth and relief. "You have shown that humans are capable of greatness beyond what even we imagined. You are more than explorers, you are partners, allies, and guardians of the future. This child will carry the legacy of both our worlds." A soft glow surrounded the queen and Alara. The child's presence grew stronger, a mix of human and alien energy. Alara could feel its curiosity, its intelligence, its eagerness to learn. It was as if the child already understood the responsibilities and possibilities of life, even before taking its first breath. The queen continued, addressing both humans and aliens. "Let this moment remind us all that life is precious, and that connections are the most powerful force in the universe. Humans have proven that courage, empathy, and wisdom can inspire even the most advanced civilizations. We honor them, and we honor the future that will grow from this bond." Alara felt a deep sense of peace. The trials, the challenges, and the fear had all led to this moment. Humanity had reached beyond survival, beyond curiosity. It had achieved a place in the heart of another civilization. And the child, the heir, represented hope for both species. As the celebrations continued, humans and aliens interacted freely, sharing stories, experiences, and knowledge. The queen guided Alara to a quiet balcony overlooking the plaza. "Do you feel it?" she asked softly. Alara nodded. "Yes, it's more than I imagined. This child. It's a promise. Not just for your people, or for mine, but for everyone who dreams of connection." The queen's gaze softened. "This is the first step of many. The child will need guidance, care, and protection. You, Alara, are now a guardian not only for a life, but for a legacy. Are you prepared?" Alara took a deep breath. "I am. I will do everything in my power to honor this responsibility. Humans have learned, and we will continue to learn. This is just the beginning." The queen smiled, then turned to the gathered crowd. "Citizens of our world, humans, and allies across the stars, witness this moment. Witness a new life, born from trust, courage, and compassion." The plaza erupted again, streams of light weaving into breathtaking patterns across the sky. Alara felt tears streaming down her face, a mix of joy, awe, and pride. She realized that humans had not only survived among the stars they had inspired, created hope, and forged bonds that would endure for generations. Jamal stood beside her, holding his breath. "We really did it, Captain," he whispered. "We're part of something bigger than anything on Earth." Alara smiled. "Yes, Jamal, bigger than we ever imagined. And it's just the beginning. We've shown them what humanity can be. Now, it's time to show them what humanity will become." As night fell over the glowing city, the energy of celebration continued. Aliens and humans alike moved together in harmony, sharing stories, laughter, and hope. The child's presence, though unseen, radiated warmth and promise, binding everyone together. Alara stood with the queen, looking out over the city. "I never imagined humans could have this impact," she said quietly. The queen nodded. "You are capable of more than you know. Humanity's journey is only beginning. But today, you have proven that even the smallest choices can create change that echoes across the stars." In that moment, Alara understood the weight of the prophecy. The bridge between worlds had been formed not by conquest, not by fear, but by courage, understanding, and the heart of a human. And somewhere, in the quiet glow of the city, the promise of the heir whispered of hope, unity, and a future where humans and aliens would walk together, learning from one another, growing stronger, and shaping the destiny of countless worlds. Years had passed since the alien queen's announcement. The city that had once shimmered with the excitement of first contact now glowed with harmony and growth. Humans and aliens worked side by side, building a civilization that combined ingenuity, compassion, and wisdom. And at the heart of it all was the child, the heir born of the bond between Ilara and the queen. Ilara watched the child, named Lyra, play in the gardens that floated above the city. Lyra's form shimmered softly, a blend of human warmth and alien light. Her laughter echoed across the terraces, pure and melodic, as tiny streams of energy danced around her fingertips. The child was learning quickly, absorbing the best qualities of both species: curiosity, creativity, empathy, and intelligence. Jamal stood beside Ilara, marveling at Lyra's movements. "She's incredible," he said. "I've never seen anything like it. She's like a bridge between worlds in every way." Ilara nodded. "Yes. And she carries something more than just traits. She carries hope. Hope for humans, hope for her people, and hope for the future we are building together." The queen approached, her presence radiant, yet calm. She watched Lyra with pride and care. "You have done well, Ilara, not just in the bond, but in guiding your people to walk alongside ours. Humanity has earned its place here, not through conquest, but through courage and heart." Ilara smiled. "It hasn't been easy, Your Majesty, but it has been worth every step. Humans have learned so much from your people, and I hope we have given something valuable in return." The queen's eyes reflected the glow of the floating gardens. "You have. Your species has reminded us of the power of empathy, creativity, and unity. Lyra is the living proof of that lesson. She is a symbol for all of us, a reminder that life grows stronger when different worlds work together." As the years passed, Lyra began exploring her abilities. She could manipulate energy with the grace of her alien heritage. Yet her human curiosity led her to experiment, create, and play. She learned languages, arts, and sciences from both species. Ilara guided her, teaching patience, empathy, and the importance of choices, while the queen taught her wisdom, balance, and respect for all life. One day, Lyra approached Ilara with bright eyes. "Captain Ilara, I want to see Earth. I want to meet the humans who are my family." Ilara's heart swelled with pride. "One day, Lyra. But first, you must understand the responsibility of being a bridge between worlds. Your role is not just to explore, but to unite, teach, and protect." Lyra nodded. "I understand, but I want to see where my other half comes from." The queen joined them. "The time will come, Lyra. Your journey will take you beyond this planet, and humans will welcome you as family. But remember, your greatest strength is your heart. It will guide you in ways knowledge alone cannot." As Lyra grew, humans on the alien planet flourished too. Inspired by her example and the partnership between species, they began to share innovations that improved agriculture, energy, and communication. Humans introduced ideas that the aliens had never considered, and the aliens shared technologies that allowed humans to reach new heights of understanding. Together, they created a civilization where both species thrived. Ilara watched as Lyra helped a group of human and alien children build a floating garden. The child's laughter echoed like music, and the energy around her responded, forming delicate shapes that floated in the air. It was a living example of cooperation and trust, a proof that humans and aliens could create beauty together. Jamal approached her again, this time with a smile. "You know, Captain, I never thought humans could have such an impact on another world. But look at this. We're shaping history, not just observing it." Ilara nodded. "Humans always dreamed of reaching the stars. But dreams are not enough. We had to show our courage, empathy, and determination. And now, we've left a legacy that will outlast us all. One evening, as the twin suns of the alien planet set, casting colors that danced across the crystalline towers, the Queen and Alara stood together on a balcony. Lyra played below, guiding the children in building luminous pathways across the gardens. "You have done well, Alara," the Queen said. "The child is learning. The humans are learning. And the bridge between our worlds is strong." Alara smiled softly. "It's incredible. When I first arrived, I never imagined humans could leave such a mark. But now, I see that our spirit, the part that dreams, hopes, and loves, is more powerful than anything else." The Queen looked out at the horizon, and it will continue to grow. Lyra will carry that legacy forward. Your species has shown us what it means to be brave and compassionate. That is the gift you leave to the universe. Alara placed a hand on the balcony railing, feeling the pulse of the city beneath her. This is just the beginning. Humanity will continue to learn, grow, and inspire. And with Lyra leading the way, maybe one day we'll help more worlds see what cooperation can achieve. The Queen nodded, a rare smile gracing her face. Yes, humanity has not only survived, it has inspired, created hope, and shaped the future. You have given us something more than an heir. You have given us a reminder of the strength of heart, the power of empathy, and the beauty of unity. Below them, Lyra lifted her hands, and energy flowed in intricate patterns over the gardens. A sign of learning, creativity, and joy. Humans and aliens alike watched, amazed, and inspired. It was a moment of pure connection, a moment that captured the essence of what had been accomplished. Alara knew then that humans had not only reached the stars, they had become part of a story that would endure for generations. Through courage, empathy, and unity, they had earned their place among the stars and had forged a future where life could thrive in ways previously unimaginable. As the night settled, the city glowed softly under the alien stars. Alara looked at the child, the Queen, and the thriving world around her. A sense of peace, pride, and hope filled her heart. Humanity's legacy had begun not through power or conquest, but through heart and the willingness to connect with another world. And somewhere in the quiet shimmer of the city, the prophecy had been fulfilled. The bridge between worlds stood strong, alive in the laughter of a child, in the cooperation of two species, and in the promise of a future where hope, understanding, and unity would guide the path of countless generations. Alara whispered softly, more to herself than anyone else. This is humanity at its best. Not perfect, but brave, curious, and full of heart. And that is something the universe will never forget.